everybody. Welcome to Dinner Plus Drinks America Survives Edition.
Are we surviving?
I still stand. I'm still here.
So we're surviving, but not thriving.
I am proud to be an American, because at least I know I'm free.
I was like, are you? Are you proud?
You have a great joke here.
Yeah, this is great because, you know, we're all getting through this by reading all the funny memes everywhere, obviously. I feel like this is a repeat to every episode we've had this year. Last year. So I saw this morning, I haven't seen this one yet, and it just said, well, that escalated steadily for 4 years.
We are obviously talking about the attempted insurrection at the urging of President Trump.
That minor news story.
That occurred this week, I believe is Wednesday.
Who even knows?
Wednesday?
What day is today?
Still, you know, we thought 2020 would be the end of, I don't know, it's just someday. But still, 2021 still sucks.
Because I'm all in on the good quotes, on Good Morning America, they did say, what a year this week has been. And I was like, yes. We all thought, like, we'll wake up. This goes back to why I hate New Year's, everybody. No one woke up and was like, yeah, 2021's my year. Like, no, it's not.
I think some people did, but Donald Trump did.
I'm sorry. Many people did, which is why I was making fun of New Year.
I really, the whole thing really affected me very deeply. I actually paged in Congress in the House of Representatives my junior year of high school. So I spent a lot of time on the floor of the House of Representatives. I spent a lot of time in those tunnels that were used as evacuations, ferrying packages and letters and things back and forth. I met some of the people that were involved with this, whose lives were threatened. I made all of the memories that you think are very important to you, your junior year of high school, all of the things you do, I did it in the Capitol. I was very fortunate. I made many of my best friendships there, many of my most. And I think we all know that picture of a desk barricading the entryway to the House of Representatives and people pointing guns through there. That desk was the Republican page desk, where I spent hours behind that desk, in front of that desk, talking with friends, pranking people, doing work.
I think most notable here as a Republican page.
And
to talk about how the times have changed.
To see that desk used for that broke my heart and broke a lot of me. I put an Instagram story that these 4 years have taken a lot from a lot of people, and mine's probably pretty trivial. But seeing that really just took some part of me and ripped it out and curb stomped it. And, you know, the Hitler comparison is always, I think, the nuclear option. But you always do think of, like, what if I was in, you know, Nazi Germany? What if I said, hey, maybe we should stop? And we were close. And I think this just makes it important to make sure we say stop. And hopefully this is the closest we come and we never repeat the mistakes of these last 4 years again.
Hopefully.
And I'm sure for people like Brittany, who spends a lot of time in the Capitol, it's a special place. And to see people do this to the thing that makes us Americans and makes us believe that this is a country where anything can happen and we can work together, to see that happen is just, it's heartbreaking.
I think I know talked about this before, especially with coronavirus and a million other Black Lives Matter, all the tragic things that have happened. Everyone has, so Nick has a very personal way that it affected him. I've been to the Capitol building once a few years ago. You know, I of course thought of like, oh, I sat in this chair right here, you know, so I thought of that. However, the way it's affecting us the most, I would say, or me, I shouldn't speak for Tyler, is that we have a 4-year-old that's incredibly inquisitive and he wants to know. And so we're not of the camp that just avoids telling him anything scary. Like, he's going to hear about it or see it somewhere. We have made it, you know, we've tried not to have the TV on at all when he's been around and awake, but we still talk to him about it. So and he asks a million questions. He's very smart. Yes, I'm going to mom brag right there, but he is. And
he is very smart.
Thank you. So we got down to talking about what Congress was. He does things that are beyond
age appropriate.
There you go. That's how we will politely put it. So I've seen, of course, all of the mom bloggers and Instagrammers and things that are sharing a little bit of that, like, how do you tell your kids about this? And, you know, the first thing is like, tell them they're safe, of course, and then go into talking about all of these, but you don't realize, maybe you do, I don't know. When I started explaining it to him, like, hey, this thing happened today, I had to go down to like how important this building was and what democracy is and what is Congress. And so anyway, it's been an, I don't know the word, tragic or
I think it
confusing,
just took
hard.
everybody's week. We actually have made some like great progress on things we're working on.
Yeah.
We had a great day of productivity, and then just this happened, and
It's 2020 all over. It just literally feels like. So I just stepped on my headphones, everybody. Okay, I'm okay.
So
anyway,
let's drink.
We are going to move on. We just wanted to start out that way because we are not going to be. We're not going to sit silent.
I dealt with this whole situation by drinking and drinking heavily. I don't think I'm the only person, but a lot of people, new year, new you, are interested in healthy, but they still want to drink because it's still 2021. And so we got this new product at the store called Nova Easy Kombucha, and it is hard kombucha.
Yes.
So it's healthy, but it's alcohol.
Hard seltzer.
It's 6% alcohol, so more than hard seltzer.
Yeah,
It is gluten-free, vegan, probiotic, and naturally fermented, but you must keep it cold, otherwise it will explode. So, all right.
Sounds disgusting.
So the first one is there, and this comes from Otay Lakes Brewery in Chula Vista, California.
Oh, I expected it to be from a different state,
So really,
like Oregon.
peach passion fruit is the flavor of
That
this first
sounds
one.
good. And if you're not watching on YouTube, Google what we're talking about because the cans are beautiful. I will say that. Why?
They look like Lucy's jacket.
Why? Lucy's jacket's also beautiful. Why are we drinking kombucha today, Nick?
Well, so we put it out. We want to, a lot of people do the dry January thing. A lot of people want to do the healthy thing. So we were like, okay, let's try this healthy thing and let's put it out on our Facebook page, our Instagram. Do you do dry January? Do you have any tips? We want to try and incorporate some more of your feedback into this one. And we got some good responses.
I would say so. We will dive into those responses before I can stomach.
Oh my God, this is terrible.
I smelled it. If you guys heard the in the background, I smelled it and I have not sipped it yet.
I like kombucha. I like kombucha.
Oh, well.
I like tea. I like kombucha. This is
I like tea.
the worst parts of tea, kombucha, and peach and passion fruit.
I love peach. Here's my theory on this before I drink it. I love seltzer without
It kind
alcohol.
of tastes like stale barf.
Oh, can't wait to drink it. I love seltzer without alcohol and don't like seltzer with. So I don't like kombucha without alcohol, so maybe I'll like it with alcohol. I'm scared to drink it.
Well, give it a try. Let's see if you think it tastes like stale barf.
Oh, ooh, it gets worse.
Yeah, it gets a lot worse. It's like stale.
Oh my God. Okay, I wish you wouldn't have said the stale barf, but now it 100% like the very, very last flavor note is like bile.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not that bad.
No, it is.
It's not. Okay,
It's a like weird, like passion fruit gets to be a weird flavor.
I think that's what it is.
All right, slam that. We have the
I'm
next
not
flavor.
slamming this.
Slam
Are you
it.
kidding
You can
me?
do it.
I'm just going to put it in this cup right here.
The next flavor is supposedly the most popular one. Actually, I did sample this one and brought it into the store. So, maybe I shouldn't. I would like to sell these. Maybe I shouldn't slam them so much.
And really, I will say, like, they are not as bad as the reaction Nick
I have high
initially
standards.
had. It was a little refreshing for like a minute, but the flavor developed in a weird way.
This is
will
orange
say.
brunch. So this is like supposed to be a
Ooh.
mimosa. All right, so some of my favorite
They smell so bad.
comments. Lori Helmer. I had never heard of dry January until yesterday. Laugh out loud. But I'm pretty dry all year long. Okay, so that that makes it easy. A lot of people like to do the dry January to de-cleanse or cleanse. Detox from
De-cleanse.
from the holidays. I actually like to de-cleanse because I still so stressed. I just need all of that.
I took a deep dive about dry January because, like, obviously I don't care about dry January. I think it's like all New Year's things. Like, hey guys, do you just want to better yourself in January, or like what about July? So I think it goes along with my like New Year's resolution thing. Like, why don't you want to be better more than just the month of January?
I think it's a stacking stones thing. You put that first January stone there, and then you do the February one. David Grunwald says he does a dry 12 months. Scott Poole
Okay, so
has
David,
a
that
gif
makes sense.
of no. I like that.
I love that.
Our friend Chris Mulca, I like this. Dry January is for amateurs. I thought this was going to be an alcoholism joke, but he made an even better one. Dry February is where it's at because it's the shortest month of the year.
Ooh, smart man. And Chris,
Thinker there.
this is what I'm saying. So in my deep dive, I was reading this article about like, we all talk about how media makes everything worse, right? Like, the media did this, the fake news did this, whatever. This article I was reading was like, the media has made dry January insufferable because now it's like hip and trendy to do dry January instead of doing it for real reasons.
Beer, alcohol, wine sales last year. Like,
Yes.
it's been getting worse. All my sales reps, you are taking money out of their children's mouths.
Okay, this is what it says.
Food out of their mouths.
Dryuary, which is one of the terms that is dumb, is not for people wishing to better their lives. It's for people who wish to publicly better their lives. And okay, you guys, first of all, let's say I have some of my very best friends are doing dry January. Good job. It is not for me right now at this moment in my life. But it is just a funny thing. Like it says, and you're inadvertently shaming those people who continue to indulge in semi-frequent glasses of wine.
So my favorite comment, though, I wonder how many people fell off the wagon, like Jane Miles, who said, not after the storming of the Capitol building. I'm not trying to make light of this movement because I know it's important.
I mean,
but we all... Sarah and I have this conversation, and I choose to believe that having a glass of wine or 2 or 3, not 4 though. If you're drinking a whole bottle yourself, maybe, but 3 is fine.
Okay.
If you have 3 glasses of wine after work to deal with, if you have a very stressful life, you have an important stressful job, you have your kids, maybe you have a spouse that says things like, Sarah, I don't know if I can clean up the basement because I would like to drink a beer. Maybe if you have stress like that, you should treat yourself to some wine. There's worst habits you could do.
Okay, so this
like
was...
heroin, for instance.
Yeah, it's totally the same. This was going to be my question to you.
Well, that's what they said in DARE. If you have alcohol, you'll have marijuana,
you'll
have heroin, and then you'll be dead.
I mean, it's a frank look at reality. Here's my question. Do you think people that are doing dry January, or if you're doing dry January, let us know, are you replacing one vice with another? So are you just
pounding chocolate instead of wine?
Like I am giving up my wine, and so now instead I'm going to sleep at midnight, or I'm chugging, 10 cups of coffee instead of 1. Whatever. Ooh. I'm just curious. Like
I am too.
And again, I am jealous. I will never be able to do it. Not never. That's not true. That makes me sound like an alcoholic. I probably could do it. I just maybe I'll try and better myself in a different month of the year because this month is honestly challenging for me as it is.
I like it.
So there we are.
So thanks to everybody who commented. We're going to keep trying to throw some questions out to you guys to talk about at the start of the podcast. So thanks for everybody who participated. Keep an eye out for that. And follow us on Facebook, Instagram.
Second kombucha.
Yeah, it's better.
It's better. Okay, I don't feel like we can pass this one by because we hated on that first one so much.
It's okay. I would still rather have a mimosa.
Same, but this one didn't make either of us gag.
So I think this is for a specific type of person because these are like $10 a 4-pack.
I don't think that's crazy. But okay.
No, they're $12 a 4-pack.
You like kombucha. So how does this I don't like kombucha.
It's not at all like kombucha.
Oh, okay. So I was never going to like this.
It's low sugar, which is good. There's only 6. Well, this is
So I
cheating.
would drink this one.
There's only 9 grams of carbs in the entire package, but there's 100% of the vitamin C you need to have.
Oh, yeah. This one I would drink 1 can of.
So this is funny because it says on the ingredients beer, but then it says ingredients raw kombucha, orange juice, yeast. I think that's a fermented malt beverage, not beer.
I don't know, man. Whatever. This one's way better.
All right, Bridge. What is the best thing you ate this week? Because I know the best thing you drank was not
this. Did you just shit your pants when you saw my note here? It says Jiffy Pop. We all know that Jiffy
extrapolate.
Pop. So normally we're a popcorn household that heats the oil, puts the kernels in, and that's it. We put some sea salt on it. We don't add 10 pounds of butter. We don't do any of that. Yes, I grew up having microwave popcorn in a bag, but I haven't done that in a million years. So anyway, on day 907 of having my children home for nonstop, my mom dropped off a thing of Jiffy Pop, a whole fun little kit of activities for the kids, and she's like, Elliot would really love this, and maybe Lucy, but probably not. So it took a while. We just didn't get to it. And so the other day we were nearing the end of Christmas break, and we're finally oh my God, we can go back to a routine, and the kids will go back to school. We thought, you know what, let's have a movie night and popcorn and makes things exciting and whatever. Tyler made a whole fun little fort in our living room.
Tyler's very good at fort building.
Oh my gosh. And it's dark at, 4 o'clock. So by the time I got home, it had he strung up little shiny lights, and we talk all the time on here about food and memories. And since my meals are boring, mostly I eat the same thing. Like literally this week, I think I had the same dinner 3 or 4 nights.
I heard that.
Because I went to bed late, or I had dinner after my kids, which I don't usually do, but I wasn't prepared. So anyway, Jiffy Pop was great because one, it was like straight up movie theater butter, like disgusting, coats your mouth.
Oh, it's so good though.
And it was so fun to make. The reaction of Elliot when it popped on the stove, and then also when we opened it in our little fort tent movie night thing, was amazing. So as always, I'm sharing a food memory, which is why I love the food so much. And it was Jiffy Pop. It was so
awesome.
fun. Yeah, it was great. So
did Lucy enjoy getting in on the action?
Lucy enjoyed eating the popcorn so much.
I always think Lucy is just the one like kind of standing in the corner watching and like maybe setting things in motions for Elliot to, I don't know, have an unfortunate accident.
She's the psychopath?
Yep.
She goes by the stove and goes, hot, 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 and like puts her hand over it to feel the steam. So like we just quickly pull her away. Yes, it's hot. Don't touch the flame.
I actually had a really great food week. I made a number of really delicious things. I mean, I'm going to just pat myself on that back because I am killing it. In the words of Beyonce, slay Nick.
Oh boy.
But it's a tough one to decide. But I'm gonna go with I made a chimichurri flank steak.
Yum.
Went Argentinian with the roasted potatoes and roasted asparagus. Made a fresh chimichurri sauce. I actually blended it this time because it's a little short on time. So
as opposed to chopping it?
Yep.
Oh.
So blended everything. So it was a little different consistency, but really delicious. I just love that like smoky flank steak sliced, and
I do love chimichurri.
you put that chimichurri and it's just like so fresh in the middle of winter. You're still like, in Argentina, it's the middle of summer. And we had little brother-in-law's girlfriend over. Shout out to Samantha.
Hello, Samantha.
And Samantha evidently really enjoyed it because I got a text of, let us know when you do that again.
Oh, is that the like 21-year-old's way of saying, hey, thanks so much, it was good?
I think that is the 23-year-old way of doing thanks, that was good.
Did Simona
I'll take it.
Chimichurri?
Oh yeah, she eats it all.
Yeah.
She's a monster.
I
That
know
girl,
someone like
she's in a
that.
good stage that'll just
Eat it all. And then it goes on the floor. Awesome.
So that was good because, we enjoyed it. It was just nice. It was fun.
Sounds delish. I'm a little jealous. Not that my noodles and broccoli weren't delicious every
Noodles
night
and
this
broccoli
week.
are great.
Whatever. So I feel like there's about 10,000 news stories we could share.
72,000 to be exact.
So we're going to not probably share one about the excitement of this week, and instead something maybe that was buried more in the news.
Yeah. This one's unfortunate that you have because it deserves more attention, and it just got, as you said, buried.
Okay, thank you. I'm like, have I been living under a rock? All right. So for those of you that don't know, Alex Trebek passed away last year, I guess, and his final airing of Jeopardy is tonight. And he didn't know, so tonight when we're recording, so by the time you listen, you're going to have to look this up on your favorite streaming system that will let you watch Jeopardy, whatever that is. But he didn't know it was his last filming. So obviously he passed away without knowing. And so Jeopardy was a favorite of my family's. We all watched it very much. It reminds me of my grandma, not as much as Wheel of Fortune, but I kind of lump those two together because they play right after one another. So anyway, go back and look at his final airing of Jeopardy. He made a comment. They had the executive producer on, quoted in this article that I was reading, and Alex Trebek had a little speech that I thought was quite fitting for this time that we're living in. And
I mean, he nailed the speech.
Yeah, the COVID. Yeah, he says, open up your hands and open up your heart to those who are still suffering from COVID-19. We're trying to build a gentler, kinder society, and if we can all just pitch in a little bit, we're going to get there. Obviously, I mean, this is great.
R.I.P., man.
We all agree with him. So anyway, we love him. I love him. I'm saying we, like the greater people should all love him.
It's the royal we.
The royal we. So check out Jeopardy's final episode wherever you can find it playing on the internet.
My article comes to us from the New York Times, and the title is, His Job is Counting Steph Curry's Three-Pointers. You'd retire too. And it's about a man named Fred Cast, who is retiring as the Golden State Warriors official scorekeeper after 57 years.
Wow. Good for him.
So we have all these stats in America and NBA. I think I've talked before about how much I love stats and analytics and things like that in sports. But this guy, Fred Cast, who is 81, I thought 82, 81, he still keeps a paper scorebook of every
Nice.
game, sends it in the NBA, and that is the official score for the game.
Awesome.
So he's done this for 57 years. After Steph Curry scored 62 points, he decided to retire.
That was a busy game. I'm exhausted.
But he's lived through 20 coaching changes,
Wow.
23 playoff appearances, 4 championships, 6 arenas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
So,
Wait, I'm actually really surprised that the NBA allows like handwritten.
well,
the
I
room
mean,
for
because you
error,
still gotta, but it's like,
it's the same, I guess, human input error. Yeah.
so, you know, he
that's
makes sure
awesome.
to stop the steal. Nobody can manipulate the electronic ballots score. You know, it's paper.
I hear where you're going. I hear where you're going.
Anyway, so it was a really cool story. I'm gonna share the link. It's actually really one of the things that stopped him is with the NBA's COVID protocols, he has to get 2 negative tests before every game, and like the way he needs to drive to do that was hard for him.
Oh, what a world, man.
But it's actually a really interesting article talking about how he, you know, he gets to watch every game for free, but obviously he's working at it. But so it's a
I
really
hope
interesting.
He gets like a lifetime pass.
Yeah, it's a really interesting article. He seems like a really interesting person.
Yeah. I want to be his friend.
It's cool to see like gratitude from the organization. That's obviously a pretty big deal, and you know, worth billions of dollars. And
Okay, I'm doing this without Nick's
81-year-old dude.
permission. Okay. I'm interrupting before there's a dad joke because we're talking about the NBA. Did you hear about the Jazz? Like, who I don't pay attention to the Jazz, but now I will. Have you heard about this? This
No.
is not a joke. That sounds like a
No.
joke. So the Jazz, I think their head coach, who honestly I think his name is Steve, maybe I'm not sure. For every game won this year, they're offering a 4-year scholarship to an underrepresented or minority kid
Oh, that's awesome.
to go to college. So he said, we plan to use the team and NBA as a platform to strive for change. So the Jazz is playing the Milwaukee Bucks tonight. Again,
I hope nobody gets a scholarship.
the day we're recording. So I'm a little conflicted here because I like the Bucks. But isn't that cool? Like, I've never paid attention. Apparently they've already won 7 games because they're including preseason games. So that is 7 kids that
They
get a
totally
4-year
don't count,
scholarship.
but you know, good.
No, it's counting for the scholarship. I don't care about the NBA record. I'm talking about the scholarship. So anyway, this is awesome. More good news from the NBA. Great.
Do you know Santa Claus's favorite NBA team?
No.
The New York Old St. Nick's.
Oh, I was like, dashing? Okay, dad joke.
All right. Let's take a quick break.
Okay, we're here with product recommendations and
Bridget's favorite part of the podcast.
Like any good marketing person, I have mine strategically placed right here in the screen. This product placement. So this Yeti tumbler, if you're watching on YouTube, is so amazing. I got it for a Christmas gift. I've known about it for so long because every influencer in the world talks about it. But also Shannon has had one, my sister, and I'm always so jealous of it. So finally she was like, I'm just going to get you one. Like, don't buy yourself one. So anyway, it's 30 ounces. And I'm talking about this product today because, you know, healthy people, dry January. All that goes in here is water. I only put water in here, although it would hold a lot of wine. It's only water. It is my little way of trying to like do a little thing. Yes, I'm still drinking alcohol in January, but I'm also drinking way more water. So, and that is literally because of the cup. As dumb as that sounds, a giant cup that keeps my beverage cold and has a straw will always make me drink more water. So Yeti tumbler, we will link to it. You can get it a whole bunch of places, but we will put our favorite Amazon link for you.
Mine is called Acorns. You may have heard of
Yes.
Acorns. It is a service online that helps you save money. It does things like rounds up your credit card purchases, and then when you have hit $5, shoots it to this Acorns account, and it invests it for you in a savings account, a moderately risky investment account, a very risky investment account. I'm all in on the risk. But anyway, so I
Nick
started
loves the
doing this last year, 2019, just $5 at a time, automatically rounds up. And I now have $1,780.97 in this account, just
Wow.
painlessly.
That's great.
And they're having a really great thing right now where so I really like it because it's just couple extra.
I've heard of it. I've read about it.
Yeah, it's super easy. You don't even notice it happens. It'll just be a nice little extra money. We all know the power of compound interest.
Next week, finance with Nick Vorpagel.
So I really like it. I just like that I now have $1,800 that you hate to say it's pocket change, but it was pocket change. It was things as you're going through and they're like, hey, will you round up for charity? Like, yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah, it's that.
But instead, I'm rounding up for the Nick Fund.
For my own self.
Or maybe the Simona Fund. I don't know. But I really recommend it. You can take the money out whenever. It's not some sort of like tax advantaged account where it's locked up for your retirement. So if you then need that money, you can take it out. And right now, if you use the link that I'm going to share, I could get a really great referral bonus. Like Nick Vorpagel, will make some money off of you. So
thank you is what he's saying.
Using that link. It's super easy. I like it. And I also like money. If you all want to sign up for Robinhood, I'll give you a link for that too.
Oh my God, Nick.
Selfish edition of product recommendations, Nick Vorpagel style.
That's right, guys.
Bridget's here to help you drink more water. I'm here to help you save money, but also make me
I've lost track, okay, everybody?
All right, let's take a break.
Back from product recommendations. Back. I hope you loved all of that financial information.
I am not I think I need to say this. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know anything about anything. I don't day trade. That would not be good. None of that stuff.
But acorns.
Acorns. And if you want a sign up link for that or Robinhood, let me know. I'll hook you up. We can both get free stuff.
Wow, great. Okay, we're done with product recommendations and we're moving on to trip you up on interesting questions.
Oh, Bridget, you're supposed to cue me up.
I did it, man.
Okay, you got it.
Nope, you got to do it now.
I don't feel it anymore.
Okay, fine.
But it's your week.
I ruined it. It's my week.
Your week. What do you got?
I just thought you guys heard enough of Nick's voice.
Probably.
Okay, just kidding. All right, here we go. So I tried to stay in the beverage realm.
I like it.
It was harder than I thought. I'm like, why aren't there more like would you rather alcohol questions? But I made one up that I can't even say without like wanting to gag. So that'll be the last
I like that.
one. Okay, so we're going to start with an easy non-alcoholic one. And I actually don't know. Do you like orange juice?
I do.
Okay. Would you rather drink orange juice expecting it to be milk or milk expecting it to be orange juice?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah, because like all the senses, the smell.
And like I do not like milk. Yeah. I don't like the like.
I know you didn't love like a glass of milk, but
I think I would rather drink orange juice expecting it to be milk because it'd be pleasant. I'd be like, oh,
what
this
a nice
is lighter
surprise.
And fruitier and more delicious than. Wow.
And
milk.
I think it depends what percentage.
Yeah,
milk.
and like if you're
is it whole milk?
So I actually don't like any of them because whole milk is just so gross, and then skim milk is water with like some flavoring that tastes disgusting.
I mean, at least it's not creamy.
That's true.
It's not creamy at all.
That's true. So yeah,
Okay,
I would definitely rather just be surprised with orange juice. Are you a pulp orange juice or a pulp free?
I hate pulp in my orange juice.
I love it.
I know, and Tyler does, and I'm sorry, but I do the grocery shopping, so it's pulp free, man.
Are you a Jif or Skippy person?
Jif. Big time Jif.
Okay,
Jif
you
creamy.
and Sarah.
Jif creamy.
I am a Skippy chunky person.
But here's the thing. If I'm going to have chunky, which why would you put chunks on a smooth sandwich?
So
then I would have Skippy, chunky, Jif creamy.
So Sarah's a like militant Jif creamy and I'm a militant Skippy
so do you have
crunchy.
Both?
No, because I'm not allowed to have it in the house.
This is like my refrigerator has like 8 things of milk. Like here's some almond milk, then here's the whole milk for Lucy, and then here's like 1% or 2% for Tyler and Elliot. And like, yeah, it's a joke. Whew, okay, beverages. If you could only have one for the rest of your life, would you choose cheese, chocolate, or alcohol? Oh, yeah, come on, man. I know it's not chocolate, but cheese, chocolate, or alcohol? Ooh, toughie. Wait for the final question.
Oh, Bridget.
Yeah. These are
God, this is Ooh.
He's stressing. Do you want me to help you?
It's alcohol.
Yeah, because cheese you might get plugged up.
No, cheese I can eat. And what about our good friend Ron?
How will you manage your stress?
Half of his business will go, well, I eat cheese.
Because Nick is going to buy all the cheese.
Half of his business will disappear because I eat so many cheese curds.
We'll eat more cheese in our house for
all
you.
right. Yeah, sorry, Ron, but I'm going to have to go with not giving up alcohol.
Yeah, so dry January is going great over here.
Going great.
On that note.
What about you?
Cheese. Wait, what was the question?
Which one won't you give up?
I won't give up cheese because my kids eat it. So I won't give it up in our household. It's a source of protein. I'm anemic. That's helpful.
No more alcohol for you.
I would like to give up. I'd like to be able to give up chocolate and alcohol because it's healthier. I mean, not that cheese is healthy, but then I'm being forced,
I don't
right?
believe you.
Okay. I'm being forced to be healthy.
You're lying.
By the way of this question.
If this actually happened and somebody had a gun to your head and said, if you come anywhere near this, we will shoot, you could.
I mean, I work near it, so I'd be dead.
Champagne.
I know. I'll just have seltzer. Hey, I've been pregnant twice, man. I'm not allowed to have alcohol for a long time.
I remember the end of the Lucy pregnancy.
Yeah, and I was like, can I just drink something?
I think you literally threw something at me when I opened a bottle of champagne in front of you.
I wasn't the best pregnant person for anybody listening.
I think we were doing a wine walk, and I was like, yeah, let's have a... And I think you literally threw something at me.
Yeah, it was a wine walk that I organized with my blood, sweat, and tears, and then I was 2 weeks away from giving birth. Whatever, though. I mean, whatever. It's fine. Okay. Would you rather get drunk from one drink or never get drunk no matter how much you drink?
Never get drunk.
Okay, I thought so because it's part of your job to have to be able to drink.
Also, I really enjoy tequila.
Oh,
really enjoy tequila, the flavor of it and everything. So I really like sipping tequila. Some people really enjoy sipping bourbon. But you can get really drunk really fast. So if I could just drink tequila like it's water, woo! Sign me up.
Yeah, actually that's true. And you have to taste things for your job, so that's helpful. That was an easy one.
Yeah, I actually really like that's what I like. I actually really like the flavors.
Yeah, I'm good. You're not a 21-year-old
I'm not a 20. I'm not here pounding UV.
Smirnoff and UV. Okay, we're all grown up here. Last one. So gross. Yeah, I made 4 this week. This one I made up. And for those of you that maybe are new or don't know, Nick does not like hot beverages. So you need to know that for this question. Ready? Would you rather drink a smoothie made of meat or only hot beverages for 1 week? It's so gross. I can't even think of it.
How hot's hot?
As hot as you hate. The hottest. Bridget hot. I like my beverages very hot. This is so easy for any normal person would say, I want hot beverages, not a smoothie of meat.
How big's the smoothie? Is it the 64-ounce Yeti size?
It is 20 ounces.
Is it all meat or can I add other things?
Oh, no. Someone else made it for you and they just said, this is a meat smoothie, so you don't know what's in it. I made it.
Is it?
There's probably milk in it because it's a smoothie.
I'm going to go with only warm beverages. I'm going to cheat the system by just drinking warm lemon water and glue wine.
Oh, I'm sorry. But that was the best would you rather we've had on the podcast yet.
Maybe hot toddies.
Maybe. And hot lemon water.
I hate you.
That was so great. I'm so proud of myself. Obviously, that one I made up from this very lovely brain of my own. Google did not tell me that one. That was fun.
God.
We're all done with interesting questions. Nick is still crying over here.
I can't imagine if I had. I would be in the hot. You know what? Here's my solution.
Here, no
Drink
beverages.
none of them and just go to the hospital, get the IV to rehydrate myself. Boom, solved.
Well, is the IV heated? Well, you're not drinking it, I suppose. So you've worked
hot
the system.
saline solution going into your veins. Ooh.
Piercing right in.
Ouch.
If you ever have had potassium put into it, burns that way. So, okay, we're getting off topic here.
All right, so it's meal plan time. It's slow cooker week. Yeah. We all like slow cookers. They're easy. They're convenient.
I'm pumped about this one.
Yeah.
Because you're welcome. I was going to do, so every week we have 2 options. I was just going to do one slow cooker and one regular. I was like, no, it's slow cooker week. All slow cooker meal plans, or all slow cooker recipes.
All the time.
I don't have fish ones picked out.
Ooh, that sounds gross.
So gross. Anyway, I chose an Italian stuffed pork meatball sandwich.
These are really good.
And really, I chose it because I go through the recipes on our website very regularly, and I I haven't used this one, I don't think, maybe once before. And it just honestly looked like homey and great. And I put it on a Sunday. It's like a perfect, I don't know, is there football
It's
still?
a good project.
Just
There
kidding.
is wild card weekend.
Yes, so it's a good football sandwich thing. And yeah, so it's a good project, you said?
Yeah, like with kids and stuff, because meatballs are so,
Looks messy.
like, yeah, but like it's a good mess. Put an apron on them.
Kitchen mess.
Yep.
Yeah, so it just looks like warm, comforting, perfect for slow cooker week.
Fun note, Elliot helped me make broccoli the other day.
Oh, yeah.
He's a really good cook.
Yeah, what did he do?
Well, he opened the bags.
Oh, good.
He dumped the broccoli into the bowl.
Oh,
He poured oil on top of it.
Oh,
He seasoned it.
good job, man.
Did you like the broccoli?
I love broccoli.
Well,
All
then-
broccoli. Thanks, Elliot. Elliot can now cook our
then
broccoli.
spread it on the sheet pan to go in the oven. So you did a good job.
Okay, man, cool.
So he probably liked to make these meatballs.
He loves cooking.
Mine is going to be a little controversial in the Vorpagel household.
Excellent.
Last week we did a one that was a great for Sarah, one that she loves, the chorizo queso dip.
Yep.
This one she does not like, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate because it's one of my favorite things. It is a slow cooker beef ossobuco. You take beef shanks, cook them down to get them nice and tender. They're super flavorful. They do taste a little very beefy.
Yeah.
They do have a good amount of fat.
This one is not my fave.
I love it though. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then you get a pan sauce or a sauce in there that you blend up from tomatoes and stuff and put it on top. And it's so good over like potatoes or rice or whatever.
Lots of comfort food.
I love this recipe so much. Sarah hates it. We're not going to be making it because I love my wife more than I love food.
But does Simona like it? You have a third in the house that can vote now. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Simona likes everything, so
So you could make it.
it's probably not super great for her.
Probably not.
Actually, it would be because we can shred it. So, but if you want to do like something super affordable, beef shanks are cheap.
Yeah.
Super flavorful, something a little different. The slow cooker beef ossobuco recipe is really good.
There you go. The meal plan, I'm so excited about
That's
it.
a good one. I mean, look at that.
I know. Ugh. We're looking at the picture of it, guys.
So good.
All right. Well, it's time for
Kid Corner.
I let you sing that one. Aren't you happy?
I am. There was not that much singing on this episode. Maybe it's because we were depressed about
Shoot, I'm sorry.
the insurrection that occurred.
Are you guys happy that we're depressed and not singing? Because I would be.
Drop us a note in the comments.
Let us know if you never want us to sing again. We won't listen to it. Okay, Kid Corner. I'm going to take a little twist on Kid Corner, as usual, extending the rules a little. And I'm a kid of my dad, and I have kids. And so this story includes all of us.
We all are children, really, then.
We are all children. Yeah, see, so we can tell embarrassing stories about ourselves. Someday, I don't know, it snowed a lot. I think it was around New Year's somewhere. I don't
It's
know.
like the second.
Was it? What day is today? So maybe I should have said this on last. Whatever. It snowed a lot. Okay. And I love playing in the snow. So the kids can run off their energy. We went to my parents' house and they have neither of our homes, mine nor my parents, have a big hill. But there's like enough of a hill to like entertain my 4-year-old and us adults for a little while. So we have like our plastic sleds that every kid has. But my dad busted out his toboggan from his childhood.
Whoa.
And I'm like, okay.
That thing should be in the Smithsonian.
And it's a wooden toboggan, and it's classic. I don't know a lot about toboggans, but it's like old school classic toboggan. I'm like, does this thing like actually work? Yeah, so yes, it does is the answer. Me and Tyler went for a ride. Elliot went. We may have gone down the road in my parents' neighborhood. It's a private neighborhood. Don't worry. It had
That's
a string
awesome.
on it, and I tried to snowboard with it. Tyler and I both had a race of who could go further. I didn't fall. Elliot tried it and fell a little, but he did not cry.
Good work,
so,
Elliot.
Yeah. So yes, my kids were there, and this is Kid Corner, but it was really cool. My dad is not a very emotional man, and he was telling stories about generations of doing this with his dad, and then being able to give it to, let his grandson use it. So really awesome, lovely, touching, great.
Good
So happy.
job.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Mine's about Simona starting to grow up and having these like things, even though she's only one. Daycare, she had to go out of her original classroom because probably she's too big for it and was smashing all the babies in her attempts to love them.
She's growing.
But we had really, really awesome teacher that really loved her. Simona really loved her back, Miss Edith. and we had to transition away from Miss Edith. And it was very sad and very upsetting for us. And we feel
for Simona or just you?
Well, for Simona too. We feel really bad for Simona because she always, especially now that she walks, she'll just like run up to Miss Edith and give her a big hug. And so it's just like very sad to have that like transition. It's like, oh my God, we're going to have this every grade now.
We're going to have this a lot. Yeah.
It's very sad.
It is a lot when it's your like first transition.
Yeah.
Like,
So it was sad. And, you know, Miss Edith still follows her on Instagram.
Yes.
You know, so we got that. We got that. It's very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Very, very nice.
But yeah, it was sad. And now like, I'm like, man, well, maybe some of the other teachers will suck and we won't care about it, but
probably not.
It's just sad.
Transition's hard. Do you like what downers we are?
Sad.
Hey,
Or we could do, you know, if we were allowed to tweet on Twitter, unlike some people, we could do sad! Exclamation point.
Okay, we did. Okay, wait. I'm putting you on the spot. Do you have a positive, happy thing to say?
About Simona?
Nope, just in general. Or
in
about
general,
Simona?
I rearranged my office and it made me feel so good.
It's so great. I'm
you.
really proud of it too because I spend a lot of time in there. Okay, I will say a tweet from our gal pal Stacy, my pal Stacy. We do have positive things to say that the Jewish son of an immigrant, the first black senator in Georgia, Catholic
first
POTUS,
elected black senator.
First elected black senator, first woman, black and Indian vice president. So these are all very positive things. You've all seen that tweet floating around. So.
I love Kamala just like sitting there at these press conferences, like manspreading. She's like just straight up manspreading, like what?
Oh yeah, I mean,
what?
These are positive things we will teach our kids about.
I think it's funny. I think regardless of where you are, you should be like, it's kind of funny that she's just like, what?
Did we talk on here, offline, online, about her getting her COVID shot? Was that on here?
No.
I just happened to like log on to Facebook as it was going live that she was getting her first COVID vaccine. And she was just like, I just text my sister in Washington and I was like, I said, what did I say? Like, God, she's just like the most normal person in the world. She was acting exactly how I would have when like getting a shot on camera, like so awkward. We're like, hi. And then she like put her arm up and never put it down because it was just like awkward. She put it up for some reason, like roll up her sleeve and then never. So it was like floating in the air while she got her shot, whatever. It was the most like, you are a normal, approachable human being, which was so great. So anyway, I love her.
Well, that's this week's episode. Send us some comments. Keep an eye on our Facebook and Instagram for next week's discussion topic. I don't know what's going to be.
We don't know, but pay attention because we love hearing your feedback. We will mention you on air, especially if it's as good as Chris Malka's.
Good job, Chris.
So as always, we said it earlier, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Dinner Plus Drinks Podcast.
Subscribe, review us, follow us on YouTube to see our
glowing faces. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys. Bye.